Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play West of Loathing. In the previous episode, we took on, I believe, what was it? Hold on, let me consult my map, see what I remember. Or what I can remember. I believe we took on the Kellogg Ranch, perhaps? Along with Reboot Hill? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. In this episode, we actually have gotten into another El Vibrato location. And in between episodes, I actually went ahead, I farmed up a bunch of snake parts, and because it was a good place for some XP, I also farmed up enough to get my Hornswogglin to level 5 and upgrade my Deploy Snake ability. Because we're going into areas that are going to require, or going to have a lot of fights. Like, you could be fighting up to 9 guys at a time. And, well, having an extra target for them to attack instead of me would be very useful. But anyways, like I said... Oh, also, one other thing. The day after you learn your class-based skill, in our case, Potionology, and if you've sent a blank postcard, Rufus will send you a package with a portable deployable of whatever crafting bench you have, which you can only set up in your room at the Dirtwater Saloon. Which is great for the Snake Oiler, because, you know, you're going to go back there to sleep, you're going to lose your buffs, and you're going to want to make them again. Not so much for the Bean Slinger or for the... completely blanked. Or for the Cow Puncher, because here's the thing, you can only acquire items for those two skills based on area. Regular leather here, extra thick here, infernal leather here. And, well, if you're only getting better stuff here and here, it doesn't make much sense to go all the way back to Dirtwater for that, when you could just as easily go to Hellstrom Ranch, which is closer. But that's beside the point. Let's explore this area. You bend over to examine the device and accidentally stub your toe on it. It hurts, but the box moves. Must be lighter than it looks. You grab the device. The professor will want to see this. What's inside this thing? Ah, no! You have learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. Yeah, that's the thing. We need to learn their entire language. At least if we want to get the bridge and, you know, finish this major quest. Monolith that we need batteries for. Don't have another keystone for this. There's a machine. The machine is dark. There's a circular hole in the bottom. Oh no, I think we have to come back here later. Let's see, there's a strange device. This strange device has 3 buttons on top of it. Now, this is a good place to farm for El Vibrato equipment, you know, such as scraps, punch cards, which we need, and among other things. And I know for a fact that we're going to need a bunch of scrap in order to make a battery to power this on so we can continue the quest. And while we're here, I may as well farm up all the punch cards we're going to need. So, I'm going to cut the recording here because this is going to take several hours and I don't want that much recording. And I'll get back to you once I've farmed up what I think will be enough of all those materials. See you in a couple seconds. Okay, everybody, we are back. That took quite a while, so much so that I managed to get 112 El Vibrato punch cards, the simple ones, which is going to be more than we will ever need, 285 El Vibrato scraps, 22 El Vibrato keystones, 30 complicated punch cards, which I'm hoping will be enough. And we got so much experience, I managed to max out one of my combat skills, several of my regular skills, which include Origin, among other things, and get my glamour up to 10. So it's a good farming place if you want some XP. Now, we are back at the professor's house because we need to give him the strange device. Hey, Professor, I found a thing. Great, let's see. Aha, marvelous find. This device makes batteries. Or will once I've fixed it. Batteries? Yep, the El Elvibratoans powered their portable equipment with little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Awesome. And we actually need this battery. And I'll get another one just to show off what that monolith does. Anyways, we need this battery in order to get through a door in order to continue the El Vibrato quest. So, I'll meet you back there. Okay, we're back. Avoid the toilet. Now, you see this monolith thing? Well, when you insert a battery, one, you gain 100 XP, you gain an energized effect, which is kind of like the angry effect, except you can stack it as high as you want. Well, as high as you want based on the number of monoliths, because you can only do it once. Plus, it's a second word, another means of learning El Vibrato language. But it's not required. Also, let's open this up. We get an El Vibrato loop. It's a large loop of that weird El Vibrato material. It's slightly bigger around than your head. We can give that to that crazy guy, but he's also one of the people that moves in to make a shop, and he's not the one I want to do next. And we can now insert the power sphere in here. We have no idea what it says, so let's push the button anyways, which opens the portal. Also, now that we have unlocked El Vibrato batteries, we can actually get them from farming, so in retrospect, I probably should have taken the device back to the professor before doing all that farming, but oh well. Anyways, we head through the portal, and we see this. Can't make any sense of it. Or this. We have this big cylinder. This is important. This is a power cell, and we need to put it in here. It's purring like a kitten. A giant, untrustworthy alien mechanical kitten. Well, now that we've done that, we've actually powered up some other locations, which is something that we needed to do before we could move on. Now, we will be back here to help that guy out, but not yet. Because now, let's see, I am going to head over to Ghostwood and do a bit of wandering in order to find a specific location that we need. Fort Treason. Well, we're not headed there, not yet at least. Because I'd like to get this El Vibrato stuff done. Or at least as done as I can get in this section. Let's see, hop down and investigate. Ring of getting places faster. Reduces the frequency of random encounters. Oh, that's nice. Come on, I know it's around here. Plus those sweet moves. Huh. Nice. Come on. Not where I was gonna head to, but that is someplace we're gonna want to go. Oh joy, cows. Whatever. Ooh, I should probably also turn down combat speed. Yeah, once you get it to 300%, you don't get any more sound effects. Mainly because I guess they didn't think it would be a good idea to have sound effects going at that speed. At 100 damage. I have gotten very overpowered very quickly. Of course, that's probably also because of the fact that I have way more moxie than them. Scavenge. Diary of Alexandria. Well, that's not quite what we want to use yet. Where is it? Here we are. Curly's compass. The compass needle is pointing straight north, and if you pace back and forth a little, you can see it. You can actually see it move. You're very close. There's nothing north of the ranch but woods. Do you want to follow the compass into them? Why not? Ooh, aspens. This looks very heavy. You lift up the corner of the entire cairn, and there's some kind of machine buried underneath it. Curly's Autogyro Theodolite. You get the sense you won't need Curly's compass anymore, so you bury it under the cairn. If you say so. Now, we're going to need that at another location which we don't have access to yet. Bandit steps out of the bushes at the side of the road. He's pretty raggedy, but also extremely burly. like a scarecrow stuffed with footballs. He has a pistol that could be described as a hand cannon without getting metaphorical. Give me your dough, or else. Hornswoggling time. Or else you'll give me your wallet and leave peacefully? Okay, I'll go with that one. I mean, that is the standard or else around here. We won't want to buck tradition. He looks deeply puzzled, but gives you his wallet and leaves. Sweet. Okay, back to wandering. Come on. I know it's right below us. Oh, perfect. This is exactly what we needed. You hear that buzzing noise? Like a head full of bees? Yeah, where's it coming from? Only thing around here is that well, so I'm going to guess the well. And, of course, we are lacking a rope. Because, why not? There's got to be somewhere around here we can get a rope. I know there's a place in Breadwood. And over all your bread. Geez, you like bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Listen, we don't have time to fight. Didn't you hear? There's a huge swarm of weevils headed this way. Weevils? A plague of weevils. If you don't run away now, then it'll be on your own bread. Moron. Now, I know there's someplace in here. Oh. The guy's grimly washing dishes. He notices you looking and waves you away, irritated. Let's see. Well, looks like some poor son of a biscuit wandered into the town. Howdy, cakesucker. Wow, geez. Rude and baffling. Get used to it. We like our cussing here in Breadwood. Sure, fine, but cakesucker? We also like our breads and bread-related products. So I've noticed. What's with the guy washing dishes? That muffin lover ran up a tab he couldn't pay off, so now he gets to wash dishes. Some of them dishes I've been saving for just such an occasion. How much does he owe? 150. I'll pay it. You're even dumber than I assumed, but whatever. I can tell him. You can tell him he's free yourself. Alrighty. You want anything? Thanks, but I've got it covered. Anyway, you could raise fish in the whiskey they serve in places like this. She's saying it's watered down. Hey, I paid off your tab. You're free. Huh? What'd you do a thing like that for? I was just feeling charitable, I guess. Well, thanks, but I don't know how to do pretty much nothing except washing dishes. Nothing at all. Well, I can also wash clothes, and I can play the washboard. That's pretty much it, though. Well, there's plenty of job opportunities opening up in Dirtwater. Why don't you try your luck out there? Well, alright. It's worth a shot. Thanks, pal. And we just got the first person for our band. Well, not our band. I owe you one piano. Didn't we have a piano or something? I know we got one from that, here we are, bartender. Huh. It's a post to trade with, and perfect, it has a length of rope. Ooh, modern snake oiler. And mind your meat. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. You know what, let's go for big spleen. Plus 3 spleen capacity. You take a whiff of the cologne sample and feel your spleen grow larger. Then you sneeze so hard that the magazine is blown completely to bits. Gesundheit. Alright. Almost forgot. Dickerin. I did buy that, right? No, I don't think I did. Okay, now we're going back to the curious abandoned well. Also, I should probably turn off the piano before it gets annoying. Now, we have no idea what any of this says, but thankfully it's already set to the Learning Center. Bunch of paper cards on this table. Yep, more punch cards that we don't need. Now here, we insert the small and the large punch cards. Now, the small and the large punch cards have different sets of words, so even if you've run out of learning from the small punch card, which it will tell you, you still have to use large punch cards. Now that's how we learn words. This machine right here is how we learn buttons. Or not buttons, it's how we learn numbers. It'll give you something, and then you just gotta press one of the buttons. Now, for some odd reason, the El Vibrato language only goes from 0 to 6. At least in terms of numbers. So, what you're gonna want to do is just press the first one until you learn a new one. Okay. And because of that, we can now move on to the second one. I'm gonna keep doing this until I learn all the numbers. Okay, so I've learned everything I can from the machines. At least as far as I know. So, apparently it takes 21 regular cards and 12 complicated ones to learn the entire language. Oh, and there's also an achievement for learning 69 of the words. Yeah, at least I'm hoping I got all of the words and don't need to go around to the different monoliths. No, nothing to worry about there. Let's see, let's head for the secondary storage. What have we got? Vibrato battery and a seltzer. Increases your muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 5 and a maximum AP by 2. Ooh. And El Vibrato fluid. Some sort of sloshy fluid. Well, that doesn't help. Some scraps are always good, even though we have, what, over 260? Now, there's one other thing we need to do here. Let's see, drone fabrication. That's not the thing, but I'm going to take a look at it anyways. Ah, just another means of farming. Which I personally don't think is as efficient as it is at the Lost Dutch Oven mine. Let's check the equipment fabrication then. 2 buttons. Bracelet fabrication, brooch fabrication. Ooh, plus 11 armor. What do I have on my brooch at the moment? Yeah, I think the plus 11 armor is going to be better. And bracelet. Makes El Vibrato encounters much more likely. Well, I don't actually need that. Whatever. Let's see. Done there, done there, done there, done there. Alright. Time to get another member of the band. Alright, this is pretty much the only reason you need to know the numbers. So let's just go south 6, east 6. South destination adjustment 1, east by 3. So that means I need to go south 5 and east 3. Let's see, 7 different but very similar buttons appear. Let's see, the terminal bleeps and the boopy floating guy behind you disappears in a puff of glowing white squares. Gosh, wonder where he went. No, where he went was Dirtwood. Or dirt water. Alright, well, we're done here. So let's head out, and there is somewhere else we need to go to in order to get the bridge going. And that is exactly where. El Vibrato transponders reacting. Huh. Okay. Shockweed extract. Huh. This thing looks pretty tough and attentive. Oh, let's fight it. Can't be that tough. Let's see, beeping reach to the... Whoa, that is a biggin. Ah, yes, the perfect temperature, or the perfect cup of coffee. Refreshment 5, temperature 6. Okay. Coffee maker terminal. Refreshment magnitude. Okay. Refreshment 5, temperature 6. Perfect cup of coffee. Okay. Let's get into here. Now, in order to get the bridge going, we need to access the pipeline terminal. Then, to redirect power, redirect the power pipeline, option 3. Let's see, source to planetary. Here we are, local solar array. And the destination to North Central Construction Facility. Now then, let's see. Return to the pipeline terminal, and a just matter pipeline. Let's see. Select the source of planetary matter teleporter, and the destination to the North Central Construction Facility. Return to the pipeline terminal. Then the primary terminal. Use the solar array terminal. Let's see, adjust the solar array maximum power. Let's see, until it reaches 106. Okay, I'm just pushing buttons at random until I get what I need. North, east, east. There we go. Oh, wait. 606. Then return to the primary terminal. Wait, I did do that right? Yeah, it's 106. Or 606. I don't know why I keep saying that. Then the construction terminal. Select construction. Municipal construction. And local bridge beacon. If it's right, hit initialize, will work. The terminal beeps loudly, a slot opens below the screen, and a small model bridge falls out and clatters to the floor. Maybe there used to be a table there or something? Well, we've got that. Now we just need to head back to the railroad camp. And look through the viewfinder. You pay your meet and look through the telescope at the big canyon. It sure is big. It'll take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. You could activate that El Vibrato bridge model and see if it does anything useful. Why not? You twiddle the model until it bleeps and a little light flashes on it. A few minutes later, a huge swarm of spider-like El Vibrato robots climb out of the canyon, hauling large stone blocks and other materials, which they swiftly weld together with strange blue lights. The entire process takes no more than 10 minutes, and the drones vanish back into the canyon, leaving behind a weird but very sturdy-looking bridge. Nice. Don't think I trust these newfangled materials and techniques. Look at the weird lights all over it. Still, I guess if it works, and the only method we have to test it is to run a train over it. It'll be fine, I'm pretty sure. Now we just have to lay tracks the rest of the way into Frisco, and our work is done. Both mine and yours. See you there, boss. Yeah, well, we're not done in this area quite yet. Yeah, granted, there's still some things to do, but there's something we're going to want to take care of before we head into Frisco. That would be Roy Bean's that would be heading to Roy Bean's bean house. Shoot the darn cans. Pew pew pew. Shoot every one of them. Blah blah blah. Well, first things first, let's preen here. And let's flush this. But actually, I just remembered something. We can get a new partner from the buffalo pile. Add this small mine. Let's keep going. Because, well, we only have about 5 minutes left, and I'd rather take care of this. What the holy crap is this? You've never heard of the buffalo pile? It's a huge burial mound where early settlers put their dead. And since they had a ton of buffalo bones left over from killing and eating them all, well, that's what they buried them in. What? Well, I was just thinking. I wouldn't have expected there to be a big hole inside of it like that. Oh. Yeah, now, here's the thing. There is a group of necromancers in here. If you go to the left at any point, you will fight them. And it can be a rather difficult fight. But if you constantly go right, you won't have to worry about it. Now, we need to do this correctly. If I recall, it's milk, blood, ichor in that order. But I'm going to take a quick look. Just to make sure, because if you don't get it, because you can only get this once, because one of the taps will fuse shut. Okay, milk, blood, ichor. And some, you have no idea what you're trying to make her. You sure you want to mess with this stuff? Yeah. Get some blood, and then ichor. Hopefully this is right. Liquid in the beaker begins to bubble. Steam rises from the beaker as the reaction intensifies. The intense heat of the reaction fuses the ichor spigot into a useless mass of metal. How will it end? Boiling subsides, and what's left in the beaker is, yes, tell me. When the smoke clears, you're left with a beaker full of liquid that is unmistakably buffalo reanimating fluid. It's unmistakable because somehow the reaction caused the beaker to become labeled. And the label says that it's buffalo reanimating fluid. That's just science. Now, there are some other combinations we can do, but I'll get to that in a moment. Atop the slab, there's a skeleton-shaped indentation with a buffalo skull-shaped indentation where the normal human skull-shaped indentation should be. That's a good thing to keep in mind if you end up in the possession of the bones necessary to fill the indentation. See, you look through the bars and see hundreds of buffalo human skeleton hybrids locked in. Here, 3 to a cell. The keys are hanging right next to the door. You could let some out if you wanted, but they all look pretty angry. Let's just leave them. Shelves are filled with hundreds of crates, each full of buffalo and human bones carefully sorted. You don't really have anything specific you want to do with the human or buffalo bones right now, though, so while you appreciate how organized these guys are, there's not really anything here for you. Yet. Flush the toilet. Ooh, perfect. Another thing of modern snake oiler. Let's take shooting, Annie. Unfortunately, it looks like several of your stray shots hit the magazine, and it's pretty much Swiss magazine about cheese at this point. Right. Flush it. Sticky note. Note says abracadabra. That's got to be important. You stick the note in your journal. You should check that out. Now, if you go in here and you hide in here, this is how you found out the combination. Wait in here. Remember what the big guy said? Blood before ichor, start that soldier's ticker. Blood before ichor, start that soldier's ticker. Weird. But anyways, that's how you find out what the combination is. Black hood, bottle of buffalo tranquilizers. What does it do? Weird. Then we check in here and get another Nex-Mex book. And here, that's where we get the buffalo soldier diagram, which will allow us to get the bones. Now, first things first, we're actually going to want to kill off the necromancers in here before we do any of this. You hear a lot of activity down that corridor. Chanting, shuffling of robes, clattering of bones, scary stuff. You really shouldn't go down there. Well, I'm not going to because I just remembered that it's a good idea to equip anything that gives you spooky resistance. There is this one little raven in a cage you can get that boosts it, but we don't have that. Now, if you have anything that can give you cover, I recommend taking these guys out first before you use it. These melee attacks will immediately destroy anything that's cover. I should have equipped her bone saw and used that. But it doesn't look like I'm going to have any problems. this guy. There we go. Because it would have been a waste to use an instant kill against, well, the others. And we're out of time, but I'd like to finish this off. What you gonna do? You can't touch me. Yeah, but anyways, if you're having trouble, but you got someone that can build cover, i.e. Susie Cochran, well then, I recommend taking out the melee guys first, and after that, you just gotta worry about the necromancers. Unlimited bones perk. Perfect. And now, let's get ourselves a buffalo soldier of our own. Grab bones for a soldier, because why not? You consult a diagram and collect all the bones listed on it. Put them in here. Put the bones on the slab. You lay the bones in the indentations. Unsure what to do next, you start grabbing bottles and supplies from various shelves and drawers and working on the skeleton more or less at random. Some bone glue here, some artificial ligaments here, some horn polish, well, on the horns, that one was pretty obvious. Now all you need is, funnel at the top says pour reanimation fluid here. Conveniently, we already have it. You pour the fluid into the funnel and watch as it travels down all the spirally glass tubes and stuff into the skeleton on the slab. After a few moments, the newly assembled buffalo soldier stirs to life. Welcome to the world. What's your name? Buffalo. Your name's just Buffalo? It seems a mite uncreative. You didn't let me finish. Sorry, go on. Buffalo, Buffalo. He pauses for several seconds. Okay, pleased to meet you, Buffalo. Buffalo, what's... You still didn't let me finish. Oh... Alright, go on then. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. Okay, so your name is 3 Buffaloes. Bill. Your name is Bill. My name is Buffalo, 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 Bill. Pay attention. So, can you remember anything from before? I remember eating grass. Okay, that makes sense. Anything else? Shooting. Lots of shooting, and people cheering about the shooting. Seems like you have the combined memories of your buffalo and human parts. That sounds accurate. Well, what will you do next? I guess I'll just wander around and try to find a purpose. You could travel with us. Well, sure, that sounds okay. Since you already killed the folks responsible for this place, I guess I wouldn't mind following you. Yeah, if you haven't already killed them all, he will actually go and kill them for you. Bill quickly ducks down one of the hallways and comes back holding a rifle. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bill will now assist you in combat. Welcome aboard. Now, here's the thing. Unlike your partner, you cannot control him. He will shoot at whoever he wants to shoot at. Anyways, let's get out of this place. We're pretty much done here. But he can be pretty handy. If anything, he can also be another target for your enemies to shoot at. Not that he does a lot of damage, it seems. But whatever. But with that, we are out of time for this episode. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next episode.